Well, hello there, and this is Auntie, and I am coming to you with an episode of Auntie Say It Isn't So, Auntie Say It Isn't So. A lawyer weighs in on Rebecca's approval scene on 90 Day Fiancé and says that it is a bunch of foolery and pluckery.
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie. Everybody needs
with a whoop whoop and a boop boop
auntie
boop.
that everybody needs.
You can make this up. Now you know that these are some crazy motherfuckers.
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie.
So why even bother?
Aunties and lies, sweet old auntie. Aunties and ways. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Hello, everybody. If this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. To all of my new subscribers, thank you all so much for joining the family, and to all of my nieces and nephews and my members who have been here with me for the long haul. Thank you all so much for your continued support. Happy New Year's to everybody who is already celebrating the new year, and happy New Year's Eve to all of us here in the United States that are just hours away from a new year. I am going to be bringing to you in this segment of Auntie Say This and So an article from soapdirt.com where a lawyer is actually weighing in on yet another scene from our dear friend Rebecca. It just seems like everybody is kind of addressing some of the foolery and the foolala, okay, of what we call 90 Day Fiance. And so, as we saw on a previous episode, not the one that we just had, but the one before that, Rebecca had indicated that Zaid had lost his passport. That, well, not lost it, but it was taken from, I guess, the embassy or whatever. And some fans took to Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and indicated that this information just did not seem right and that it probably was a lie, right? And so now there was another scene where we saw on last week's episode where Rebecca actually was sitting in a park, and she was allegedly on her iPad, and she continued to refresh the screen, and finally, miraculously, okay, coincidentally, um, she got the approval. Now, Soap Dirt has an article out that is dated today, and it discusses some of that and why that scene may not have been 100% true. Now, I know that, production does a lot of editing and they splice things and slice it and put it all together and make it, into one full story. We saw last week when in the episode with Mike and Natalie, where Natalie actually got out of the truck with boots on, but and was standing in a position saying that she needed time by herself with Michael hugging her. And then we noticed that she had on high top tennis shoes. So sometimes some of the things that they do is just a little off, right? And so, we look at it and we're like, okay, this was just, this was something that was on the editor's floor, and it just don't look right, right? So, of course, we're thinking, if you're thinking anything like I'm thinking, there's no way in the world that the timing of that approval coming up on um, her screen was captured by the producers, the gripmen, the cameramen, and everybody else that was standing around to make this thing possible. So I'm going to bring up the article from soapdirt.com and we're going to read through it together. And after we read through it together, y'all, we're going to do what? We're going to unpack it. So, I just don't understand why they think that we are not, like, don't play in our face. Don't play in our face and expect us to believe everything that you're doing is just factual and true, and it really happened like that. Like, don't play in our face. Like, if it's going to be scripted reality, we could deal with that, right? But what we can't deal with the inconsistencies of their stories, and we don't really appreciate, or at least I don't. I can only talk for myself. I don't appreciate the clarification that comes on their social media platforms. Like, if it happened, let it ride. You understand what I'm saying? And stop looking at the comments and people's Instagram pages and all of that kind of stuff, and then decide to come out and make a statement like you some politician. Like, just let it ride. Like, if it happened like that, it happened like that. Like, this scenery that's behind me, this is a cotton freaking green screen. I ain't trying to pretend that this is, my home. You all have seen my home, all of you all who have followed me, especially if you follow me on Auntie's Advice channel for women. Now, the color scheme, like that sofa and everything back there, and the pillows, the color scheme is the same. But I mean, it's a green screen at the end of the day, and it is just something to enhance. And sometimes they may need to take certain things in a storyline and enhance it, but don't pass it off as matter of fact or the truth. I think that we that's where we get, a little upset, and it makes, it just kind of, makes our ass itch when we're seeing things like that. So I'm going to go ahead on and share the screen, y'all. Put my glasses on like we usually do on Auntie Say This. And so I'm hoping everybody is having a wonderful, wonderful night. I noticed on the other one that, oh, thank you, KK. I noticed that on the last one, there were a couple of people who were new to the channel and had never been in the live. Um, Welcome to all of the new people. We've had so many new people added to our family, and I'm excited about that. So, welcome. If this is your first time being here, let us know so that Mary can, give you a little shout out. Okay. So, let's share this screen, y'all. Okay. So, here's our girl, Rebecca. This is supposed to be the scene where she found out that her boo was coming. So it says 90 Day Fiance, Rebecca faked approval scene. Immigration lawyer spills beans. Okay, and this was published today on New Year's Eve by Jess Tatum. Hey, Jess. It says 90 Day Fiance, Rebecca Pericek Zid K1 status on the episode last week, but with this all just scripted for reality TV. Was it scripted, y'all? Okay, let's find out. But after viewers called them out for faking, she clapped back with a denial. But an immigration lawyer hit back at what some are saying were stage scenes. Were these recreated for TLC cameras? So, according to Soldier.com, Rebecca Perez' perfect timing of visa reveal on 90 Day Fiance episode. In recent scenes, Rebecca, now wife of Zied, whipped out her tablet while on a park bench to check in on the status of their K1 case. As she talked to the cameras, Rebecca said it's been, quote unquote, really tough waiting, and said the USCIS, U.S. Citizen and Immigration Services, I guess, site gives updates. This is, of course, very true. But what happened next, shown on her device, triggered accusations of 90 Day Fiancé scene staging. Rebecca Paris says she constantly refreshed the site and says administrative processing. Then she sat there hitting the refresh icon on repeat. Rebecca gasps, "Oh my God," on 90 Day Fiancé. Producers asked what she quote unquote just found out. Rebecca said the case was approved and she called Zia to tell him. So incredibly, the producers was right there for that pivotal, pivotal reveal, but experts don't buy it. So this is her phone. USCIS response for coronavirus, something, something, something. Case was approved. So it says on blank and blank blank, we approve your form 129F petition for whatever. So Rebecca defends the scene, but immigration lawyer calls shenanigans. After the 90 Day Fiancé show aired, capturing the incredibly fortunate timing of the producers filming that reveal, doubts arose. There were also doubts about scenes of the embassy taking Zayed's passport. Rebecca clapped back on stage or fake moments. Rebecca insisted the 90 Day Fiancé scene, quote unquote, was real and that they did indeed take Zia's passport and, quote unquote, told him to come back in 7 days. Then she said it was Ziad that told Rebecca to look at his status online and she constantly checked. She insisted she was excited to tell him. So it looks like Rebecca Paris insisting these scenes are legit. However, an insider that knows the 90 Day Fiancé process says it's just not true. And the show itself proves it. Whoa. Did y'all hear that? Let's read that again. However, an insider that knows the 90 Day Fiancé process says it's just not true, and the show itself proves it. The screenshot above from the show is critical to the expert opinion on what they say are staged moments. So Rebecca took to Instagram, and this is what she said to everyone saying the embassy taking Zia's passport and U.S. not knowing if it was approved was staged or fake. It's 100% was not. They interviewed him for only a few minutes, then took his passport and told him to come back in 7 days without saying approved or denied. The scene was real. We were very confused as we both expected an answer immediately. Ziad is the one who remembered we could check the status of his case online. So I just constantly checked until it suddenly said approved. And I was so excited that I got to tell him. I just wanted to speak up after seeing several comments online. See, stay out the comment section, Rebecca. Stay out the comment section. That's the problem. You're in the comment section trying to defend yourself. If the truth needs no defense, can I get a witness? Can I get a couple of hands up in the chat? Can I get a witness? The truth needs no defense. If it's the truth, let the truth be the truth. Experts shoot holes in Rebecca's 90 Day Fiancé timeline and says it makes no sense. End quotes. On the TLC show, Rebecca refreshed the screen repeatedly, and then she announced their visa was approved. But what's on screen differed drastically. An immigration attorney clarified the I-129 she showed is only stage one. After that's done, they send more documents, and then the embassy interviews comes months later. The lawyer implied the 90 Day Fiancé scene was bogus as fuck because there is never a visa interview before the I-129 is granted. You stopped it. Let me read that again for the people in the back. Now on this, okay, let's go back up. Okay, so on this phone right here, it says on such and such, we approve your form I-129F. The lawyer is saying, let's read what the lawyer said again. The lawyer implied the 90-day fiancé scene was bogus because there is never a visa interview before the I-129s was granted. So basically, she put the cart before the horse. She had already indicated that he went to the embassy and had the interview. They're saying that's not possible because you can't get an interview without the I-129. And the government approving a I-129 doesn't mean that the K-1 visa is done in any way, per the expert. Also, someone else chimed in. They called out inconsistencies in what TLC aired. The commenter completed the 90-day fiancé process. They said USCIS website doesn't even show final approval. It's another site altogether. See, y'all ain't gonna be able to do this. The person accused TLC of a recreated scene with Rebecca. Somebody that's already been through the process came out there and was like, y'all telling a bald-faced lie. They said the USCIS website don't even show the final approval. You got to go to a whole nother government site to find out. They said the filming timeline was off too. Also, the filming order doesn't align either. Sharp filmed these scenes likely right around the time he came to America. We exclusively broke the news that Zaid was in the U.S. in April. And we also were first to expose their wedding that happened during the quarantine. Lockdown, shut down filming, but reopened around them in Atlanta. Prior to then, Rebecca wouldn't have been able to film with a crew in Georgia. Bitch, this getting worse. And even the wedding venue, as we confirmed, had limited filming because of the virus. So they said the lockdown shut down filming, but reopened around then in Atlanta. Prior to then, Rebecca would not have been able to film with a crew in Georgia because they shut the mofo down for the Rona. So how much of this was staged with Rebecca for drama? The immigration expert says the approval they show on TLC was not the visa approval. I can't. Did y'all see that? Can y'all see that? So are more denials ahead from Zed and Rebecca? You got to get the approval first and then do all types of documents after the interview. She said, yup, that's true, Auntie. I've been through it's all staged. Christy said it's just straight fake. Miss Sonia said she got to put her hand up for hallelujah. Marsha was like, amen and amen. Pass the offering plate up in this mofo. I can't though. Do y'all understand what I mean when I say I can't? Rebecca, this is the boo. Give it up. Stop trying to cover up for stuff that you don't have to cover up for, coming out on social media and talking all of that yickety yang yang yakety yakety. Don't talk backety. You need to take your social media page and shut that bitch down. Because every time somebody make a whimper or say anything, you got to come back out there and try to defend it when the truth doesn't need defending. Now they sitting up there, you didn't made people so damn mad at your lies that the lawyer said, bitch, I'm coming out the closet and I'm telling you right now, so dirt, This a lie. And I'm going to tell you why it's a lie. They wasn't even filming in Georgia. Everything was shut down by the time the mofo got here. So ain't no way in the world. All of this stuff, if you do the I-129, you know what, I can't. You know what, I can't with these people. I don't understand what okay, so I gotta find out for myself, right, what the I-29 is all about because you know I know that if a lawyer says something that, but this is for the people in the back. So I just pulled up what is the I-29, right? Because, you can go to Google and you can just about search anything that you want to search. So we want to go out there and we want to find out for ourselves, just to do our due diligence. We trust Soap Dirt, okay? Because that's why we report a lot to Soap Dirt articles. But we're going to go ahead on and find out that book for ourselves, right? So let's go ahead on and look at this and see what the I-29 is. Let's just find out from Google, shall we? Yes, we shall. So let's find out. So it says, so I went in here and I typed and I asked Google my damn self, Google, what does the I-29 approval mean? Google says approval of the form makes the worker eligible to start or continue working on at the job on or after the indicated start date if already in the US. I'm too ashamed to even finish reading. I'm just ashamed. Bitch, I feel like I told the lie. I can't even. Damn it, if the worker is not already in the United States, an approved form I-29 may be used to submit a visa application associated with that status. What does Wikipedia say? Wikipedia been begging for money lately. Look at that. Y'all don't get the hell up out of here. The form I-29 petition for a non-immigrant worker is a form submitted to the United States Citizen and Immigration Services used by employers or prospective employers to obtain, okay, to obtain a worker or a non-immigrant visa status. Form I-29 is used to either file for a new status or a change of status, such as new, continuing a change employer or title, or an amendment to the original application. Approval of the form makes the worker eligible to start or continue working at the job on or after the indicated date, if already in the United States. Keyword, if already in the United States, if the worker is not already in the United States, an approved Form 129 may be used to submit a visa application associated with the working status. This is for the mofo to work. The form is 36 pages long, 8 pages for the main form and the remaining pages for various supplements, not all of which may be applicable to every petition. In the instructions for the form are 20. Temporary workers for specialty occupations. I can't. I can't. I can't. And here's why I can't. I can't because these 90 Day Fiancé fans is quick to the draw, bitch. They will drag you. They will find out all of your stuff. They will. I'm embarrassed. I'm just fucking embarrassed. I feel like I did it. I feel like I lied. I feel like something's wrong with me. I feel like I'm sitting with production and we trying to come up with a bogus ass story. I feel like I'm the one that's sitting on the park bench that magically a leprechaun appeared, bitch, and it was a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, and I just went ham and quit all my jobs, and I just said fuck it, Nantucket, I ain't doing. I'm embarrassed for her, like for real. And the thing about it is, no need to even lie about something like this. Is petty. This is a petty lie. Like lie about something real. So, do she really? Did she really lose her job? Is she really working at a fast food restaurant? We don't know what's true and what's not true. Say it isn't so, Auntie. Say it isn't so. Say it isn't so. Damn. I don't know how y'all feel, but bitch, I'm disappointed. Tell the truth. Let me see what y'all saying in the comments section before I roll out on this damn story. Okay, Stout Chat, that's a good ass question. She said, so my question now is, was Rebecca trying to fool TLC plus us, or was Rebecca and TLC trying to fool us? Bitch, they didn't fool nobody, okay? They didn't fool nobody. Because we all sit up in here and saying, what the foolery and the I can't with this bull crap right here. This is the review, the end of my review of Rebecca. I just don't know if I can ever cover her again. I just don't know. I don't know what to believe when it comes down to this woman anymore. I'm hoping maybe we'll find out later on. Anyway, y'all, this is the end of my review. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for hitting the thumbs up button. Happy New Year's to everybody. I love you all to pieces. Good night, y'all.